So what is up, YouTube? It's been a minute since I've last uploaded a long form video, but hey, here I am. Today I'm just gonna be hitting a little bit of pole. I used to run light days and heavy days, but I think now I'm just gonna only do heavy days because I'm really chasing a 315 bench before I turn 18, and I feel like I might as well just switch everything to heavy, get my numbers up before I turn 18, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, starting off with some heavy barbell rows. I'm actually gonna go grab my belt if I'm gonna go heavy. Y'all haven't tried these VersaGrips? These are the shit. I mean, I could literally hang from the top of that pull-up bar with one hand for like 5 minutes and I won't feel anything in my forearm. So if you really wanna step up your game, I'm not sponsored or anything. I only got like 200 subscribers, you know, but these are the shit for my muscle connection. This is 185 right here, so we'll see how this moves. Feels light. I think I'm gonna stick with that weight. Feels pretty good. 3 years of training in the gym. I always went really light and everything, really slow, and I kind of just thought the better the reps I did, like the more range of motion on every single exercise, no matter what it is, and the more, I don't know, slow I went, I thought I'd get more gains. But I don't know, I've been training heavier lately the past few months. Not even just from progressively overloading, but also just I'm intentionally training heavier, and I feel like I'm really starting to get some more muscle mass, like some thickness. So, you know, I always kind of hated on like the Trend Twins training style, just bashing out heavy weight and just doing half reps, but I don't know, I think there's a balance. Don't go too far that way, but also don't be like doing 20 reps and super slow like how I was for my first 3 years. I think the perfect rep range is like 5 to 10 for almost any set. Like on my heavy days, I'll go, you know, like what I'm doing right now. I'll just do a good amount of reps that are clean, and then do a few sloppy ones so I can't even do those and I'm done. And then that's all the drop setting I'm gonna do on heavy days. On light days, I'll kind of, you know, get my quality reps in, do a little bit worse reps, kind of swinging around, for example, if it was bicep curls, and then just start doing this shit to really get every ounce of contraction that I can get out of the muscle. But like I said, I think I'm just gonna start training mainly heavy. No more light days, trying to get that 315 bench. You know, I never did barbell rows for the longest time. I tried them a little bit when I was like 15. I haven't really done them since. So I stopped because they hurt my lower back, but now that I got a belt, I can do them. So I feel like just going heavier and doing more compounds. That's another thing I struggled with in the beginning, is like I would do one compound and that was it for each session. Push, pull legs, fucking didn't matter what day it was. I was always going really light, barely doing compounds. Like I didn't do this, you know. All I did was squat and bench. I didn't do any other really heavy lifts. All I did was one compound the beginning of each workout, and then I would go to like a bunch of machines and just milk out reps. So don't be like me. If you're starting out, do your compounds. You should be doing almost 50% compounds and 50% like lighter stuff like machines and whatnot. Like machines, you should almost be doing less machines than compounds. Get all your heavy shit in the beginning, then do like a compound, or a isolated movement or two at the end, but don't overdo it like I did. I also overtrained like a bitch, so don't do that. You want to keep your workouts like an hour and a half max. I'm working on that right now. Right now my workouts are like 2 hours, but that's including my mobility work, so, and cardio, so more like an hour and a half actually. I'm definitely starting to do less volume and more heavy intensity. I'm gonna see how that works for me. And that's it. I'm not gonna lower the weight or anything. Save my energy for other heavy compounds. I think I'll do a heavy machine next, but I'll find one that's compound-ish, like a compound. So something like this. When I say compounds, I guess what I really mean is something that's a pretty basic heavy movement. Like, I mean, this is basically just a row. And I feel like a machine row is better than, you know, doing dumbbell rows, just free weight. I don't know, I've never really felt free weight dumbbell rows that much compared to stuff like this, where you're strict. So, just because I shouldn't have said compound. I should have said, I don't know, just something heavy and strict. The point I'm getting at is do heavy basic movements for whatever muscle you're trying to hit. And then maybe do like a little bit of other stuff at the end, but keep it heavy, keep it pretty basic. Don't overthink it. Something too with machines that I've found, bring the seat as high as it can go. So that way you can lean more forward instead of being more like this. Because the more you are like this, the more you're gonna engage the lat. The more you are like this, the more trap, bicep, rear delt. So try and scoot your butt back, chest forward. And also, whether it's lat pull downs or whatever you're doing, try and pull from your pinky. Try and put all the weight on your pinky and kind of pull from your pinky, and you're gonna feel your lat more. Damn, couldn't let go over there for a second. Versa grips are too good. I'm gonna do close grip on these. Butt back. I think it's about time for the pump cover to come off. All right. I also got a new mic, so if you're somebody who's watched my previous long form gym vlogs, let me know if my mic sounds any better. Drop the weight a little bit for my last set. At the start of my workout, the stomach was bugging me because I took that Chris Bumstead pre on an empty stomach. Don't do that. Finally went away. Once it goes away, you feel good, but you definitely don't want to take pre on an empty stomach, or at least not me. Maybe if it's like some basic stuff, but that Christopher's Secret, whatever it's called, yeah, that'll fuck you up if you take it up on a empty stomach. Don't do that. Another tip too, how I said pull with your pinky, put your thumb over your knuckles like this. Like if this is what you're grabbing, pull like this. So that way it's all your pinky. I don't know what it is about pulling from this part of your hand, but at least for me, I feel my lat way more. I think I'll do some lat pull downs next. Kind of progressively go from heavy basic movements to a little bit lighter, more, I don't know, more range of motion movements. I guess you could say I'm a recovering science-based lifter. Before I do my lat pull downs, I like to engage my scapula. Anytime I'm really engaging my lats from a vertical perspective, I like to do a few of these before, because it makes it way easier to engage your lat from here instead of trying to do that. So it's almost like two movements for me when I'm doing pull-ups, lat pull-downs. It's from here to here, to here. Basically just do a pull-up without bending your elbows, as high as you can go. You're just doing shrugs with your rotator cuffs. Also helps increase your bench press. I don't know why. I forget the science behind it, but that's what got me to a 225 bench. It's kind of weird working out without music. I have to record with the mic. When I did do light days, I like to start really wide, and then when I feel the same weight going wide, I'll go normal, do normal till I fail, and then go like this, pull that way, really close grip, underhand grip, and then once I feel that, set's over. So it's like a quadruple set. Or triple set, I don't know why I keep saying quadruple. When on heavy days, I just go normal grip. I don't really like doing heavy reps like this, but just getting my lats engaged vertically, this is pretty good. Just go till you touch the back of your neck. Go to like right there. If you go all the way out, you're not stretching a lat anymore. I used to think I was, but your lat stretching goes away like right here. And try and keep your posture straight. I used to think that, you know, arching my back like this would engage my lats more. It doesn't. Keep your, same thing with chest. Any muscle on your torso, make sure you're keeping your spine straight, like a stack. You don't want to be like this when you're doing shoulder press, because then you're hitting front delts and chest. Same goes for lat pull downs. You don't want to be going like this, because then you're defeating the purpose. You're hitting rear delts and traps. So you want to have a stack, have a straight spine. If I was gonna do my reps like this, I might as well, go and do shrugs over a bench. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to hit lats, not the rest of my back. Gotta take my hat off. But another thing too, I used to think you have to go all the way down to your chest and all the way back up, like I was saying. You don't really engage your lat past like right here. Right here, if you go deeper than here, you're just doing rear delt. At least when you're having a stack. So if you have a straight spine and you're stacked, you know, got your stack, that's what I'm referring to. This is not stacked, you're crossed over. Have your stack straight. You have your stack, you only need to go to right here. Your lats don't engage past there. It's just rear delts and rotator cuffs that pull your scapula back. So just go right here, go up to here, and don't let tension off your lats. That's how I grew my lats more too. With pull-ups, with lat pull-downs, keep tension on the lat. Don't lock out and rest. I used to do that forever. Sure, you're more range of motion, but you're not actually building any more muscle from doing that. If anything, you're gonna build more muscle from keeping tension on your lat and constantly putting stress on it. So, yeah, like I said, I'm a recovering science-based lifter. All right, I think I'll go a little heavier. Got to put my hat backwards. do like 200. I need minimum 5 reps. Am I even recording? Okay, good. Let me go a little lighter. But yeah, I promise you, if you keep a stack and you're going here, holding it for a second, going slow up to here, keeping tension on the lat, not holding it here, like it should be second hold here, like 2-second eccentric, then right when you hit here, explode back down, hold it for a second, 2-second eccentric, keep tension on the lat the whole time, and pull from your pinkies and try and, like, when you're doing a pull-up or lat pull-down, pronate, or I forgot the term, somebody corrected me on one of my shorts. It's not called pronate when you go like this, whatever the other one's called. Pull like this, imagine you're trying to do this at the bottom of the rep and pull from your pinky. Bro, you're gonna have the craziest lat pump of your life. Yeah, that's gonna be my last set of these. Also, you're gonna have to, like I said, to not arch your back and keep your stack. Normally, people do lat pull downs like this. You're gonna wanna scoot back to where this is like mid femur, so that way you could keep your stack, because I can't pull from here and keep my stack. I'm gonna end up arching my back. So you gotta scoot back a little bit and like pull maybe like this hat length in front of your face. Right in front of your face, like right to your nose. Back, like I said. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of pull-ups, finish off lats. Already recorded a set, but forgot to hit record, so here we are. Happens. Remember, pull from your pinky. If it was a light day, I'll probably drop set to chin-ups, close grip, but like I said, we're going heavy. Less volume, max effort. All right, I'm just gonna hit some chin-ups, be done with lats. You can go a little higher on chin-ups and still engage your lat. Yeah, that's it for lats. I think we got like shoulders next, because I hit some shoulders on pull days. Specifically lateral delts, because I'm kind of lacking in that department. So I hit that a little extra. I'm gonna get warmed up with a little bit of cable lateral raises. Get that my muscle connection, a little bit of blood flowing. I get the deepest stretch whenever I go through the legs like this. I get the most range of motion. kind of scoot forward a little bit and grab the cable rack with your other arm. Get pretty good mind muscle connection. Actually, we do some Egyptians. You get a pretty good stretch with Egyptians too. I think it's called Egyptian lateral raises. Correct me if I'm wrong. A little heavier. A little too light. Gonna take forever to fail. Your drop sets of regulars when you fail those. Drop set. Waiting for a bench to do shoulder press on, but there's so many people over there. My Breed Divinity's falling apart. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna mess it up even more. Bro, these Breed Divinity shirts really do bring out your veins. I mean, I'm bulking right now. I can't imagine what I look like if I'm cutting. Alright, I'm gonna go try and grab a shoulder press. Well, got done recording, doing my lateral raises, and my phone said it didn't record it. There's some error, so we'll see if that makes it in the video or not. Now it's time for traps. I like doing my shrugs like this because people don't realize your traps are like way down here too in your middle back. So really helps hit all your traps instead of standing and just hitting like the top of your traps. So I like to lean over and really get the full range of motion and hit every part of my traps. So yeah, sometimes I'll do standing a little heavier, but most of the time I'm always on this. A lot of people go really heavy on shrugs. I don't, because I feel like I can't contract my trap as much as I could. So if I was doing 80s instead of the 60s right now, I'd probably be losing like, I don't know, not a big difference, but definitely a difference in contraction. I like to have a full contraction with traps. Traps especially, like calves and traps, muscles like those, I like to have like maximum contraction. If it were a light day, I do singles after I fill my, you know, both arms at the same time, but like I said, it's heavy. Do one more set. Dang, bro. This workout's taking a really long time when I have to record everything. Fuck. My second favorite trap exercise has got to be standing. It's kind of like a lateral raise, but it's a trap raise, I guess. Same thing as a lateral raise, except the start of the rep is right here, and the top of the rep is up here. And you kind of want to pronate your wrist outwards like this, and you really feel your trap, and bend your elbows a little bit. Yeah, you really feel your traps doing this. Then put your head forward. Yeah, those are good. I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit this video to where it's not 2 hours long like Sam Sulek does. Move the camera so I can kind of go more wide with it. And that's it for traps. All right, now it's time for the beloved biceps. If you can't tell, I do the most important thing first at the start of each lift. So it goes down the list of important things from most important to least important at the end of the lift. So most important, lats on pull day. Least important, I think I have like rear delts at the end of the lift. So like for example, my push day, after I get done with my bench, my compound, I do my compounds and then I go through my muscle groups. So I'll do my bench, I'll do my heavy bench, then I do shoulders because I need to grow shoulders the most, more than my chest, I feel like. So yeah, and then at the end of push day, I think I do, what do I do? Triceps, because I feel like my triceps are already pretty big. I don't need to grow them. I mean, not saying I'm not trying to grow my triceps, but whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. Most important first, least important last. But let's get started with these biceps, yo. Let's scoot the camera back a bit. And also, I almost always train the long head the most. So I supinate. If you're the dude who corrected me on my short, who told me it's called supinate when you go like this and not pronate, and you corrected me, thank you. But yeah, I supinate my wrist like this to hit my long head, which is this part of your bicep, the outer part. The short head that extends inward like this is a short head. That's gonna make your bicep look wider. And then from the front perspective, the long head makes it look bigger and taller. So you have more of a peak. If you wanna get a bigger peak, supinate your wrist out and train your long head more. I almost never do hammer curls. And sometimes I'll do reverse curls for brachialis and forearms, but like, it's always long head for me. And a lot of people don't progressive overload their curls. I don't know why. It's just another muscle group. Like, they stick with 20s or 30s for years. Like, do more weight. If you can curl more weight, do it. You can do it with good form. Try and keep your elbows tucked too. What I mean by that is keep them in, not out. And also keep them a little more back. Speaking of that, I'm gonna lean this bench back a little bit so that way I get a deeper stretch in my biceps. But yeah, keep your elbows in and kind of keep them back to get a deeper stretch. Sometimes I drop set to hammers whenever I feel my long head, but I always start with the long head, and then if you are gonna drop set, do like hammers or reverse or something, because the long head's the most important, in my opinion. Sometimes I even use Versa grips on the curls, kind of help with the mind muscle connection on the bicep. And I grip it the same way I do for lat pull downs. I do fingers over thumb, like this. Drop set. I'm actually gonna go back to 30s. 40s are feeling a little heavy right now. Damn, I can't wait to cut, dude. This vascular on a bulk, I'm like 17% body fat right now. Once I get down to 8 and I'm stage ready, bro. Ooh. I'm tempted to just do it now, but nah, I need to put on size. Shoulders and legs mainly. Then maybe I'll hop on stage in a year or two. Now I'm gonna do some heavy preacher curls, finish off biceps. I used to never do preacher curls because I was I just cringe too hard, to be honest. I've seen too many bicep tear videos. So now I just kind of have to close my eyes if I do preacher curls, because I get some tendon that popped out right here and it grosses me out when I get a deep stretch. So I don't even look at the arms. Make sure you drop your seat down too when you're doing preachers. Make sure your elbow is like maybe an inch or two above the bottom of this little cushion. Then grab, then stretch your body back like this, and then sit down in the seat, put your legs out, and now you're in a deep stretch position, and pull from here. Then work your way up, because you don't want to tear your bicep. Don't do some heavy ass weight. That's why if you're not going to go all the way down on preachers, you might as well not even do them, because it's just too risky. Like that one time when you're doing heavy weight, like 2 plates, and your biceps never used to being fully stretched out like that, and then you go past that point, you're probably going to tear some shit, because your biceps never been in that range of motion with that weight before. So you do full range of motion on preachers. Slow too. And keep your elbow on the cushion to make sure you're getting a good contraction. If you bring your elbows up like this, then you're missing out on a lot of movement, in my opinion. Yeah, these videos actually take a lot of time to make, to be honest. Like a lot of extra time setting up the camera, a lot of time editing, because I just have like 2 hours of raw footage that I'm gonna have to turn into like 30 minutes and cut out any point where I'm not talking, any point where I'm not doing my set. So takes a while. I'll probably get like 10 views, but whatever. Do it for myself, like artwork. Last set. Yeah, I cannot look at my biceps, dude. I'll cringe too hard. That's it for biceps. Now I'm gonna go hit some rear delts. Now I'm gonna do some rear delts. I only do like 2-3 sets of this, and then that's my resistance training. Then after this, I'll do some mobility work and cardio, and that's my lift for the day. Go light on these. I had a buddy a few years ago who tore his ligament in like his right shoulder, and he was natty too. He didn't take anything. He just tore that shit going too heavy on these, probably not having the best form and tempo. So be careful on these. With these, you can kind of lean forward too to hit your rear delt more. Put the seat a little higher. Yeah, I never go more than half stack on this just because of fear of tearing some shit. There's a few muscle groups that I'm not gonna go super heavy on even if I have perfect form. Cause I think it's rear delts, or at least this machine for rear delts. And I don't know, I'd probably have to think of some more. I can't think of them off the top of my head right now, but there's definitely those muscle groups or machines that I'm not gonna progressive overload on, mainly out of fear of getting injured. But make sure you stay hydrated. If you want the creatine to work, you gotta drink the water. There's a reason it's called monohydrate. You could also switch to having your butt all the way forward and doing this grip instead of this. This feels pretty good for me. And that's all my resistance training. I'm gonna pose a little bit before I do my cardio and stuff while I still gotta pump. If you notice if I'm posing wrong or incorrectly at all, let me know in the comments, because I plan on doing a show here in the next year or two. Screw it, we didn't hit chest, but we'll still pose for chest. Yeah, shoulders is the main thing in my upper body that I think I need to grow right now. I mean, triceps pretty good, arms pretty good. Everything's pretty consistent, but from the side, my shoulder looks all right. But from a straight on view to the judges, I'm kind of flat right there. So working on that lateral head, I think my upper body will be pretty dialed as it could be. I mean, I'm not saying I can't get bigger, obviously. I'm saying, you know, proportionate. And then obviously the legs, which you can't see right now. The legs are pretty tiny. Definitely gonna need to get those bigger. So I'll probably end up doing like a men's physique to start off with in a year or two. And then when I get some serious size on my legs in a few years, then I'll start doing classics. But right now, men's physique. Let's try a vacuum. Thankfully, my vacuums are pretty decent. It's probably my favorite back pose. Like a half lat spread with the tricep. I've never done it at this angle before, but yeah, looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go get to my cardio. I just realized my phone's at 5% from recording all this, and I don't got a charger, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. I'm doing 10 minutes of cardio, 4 miles an hour, no incline, just for the recovery benefits on the bulk. And then I'm doing some shoulder ligament work, the shrugs, which I was showing you at the beginning of the workout, to strengthen your bench press, your rotator cuffs, and a little bit of transverse abdominal work, so that way your stomach's more sucked in and aesthetic looking. But yeah, thanks for watching the long ass raw video. Have a good day.